Today we're going to be drilling pots. If you have never drilled pots before, this is going to be so easy. It is a complete game changer for finding pots for your plants. A lot of times I go to thrift stores to find pots, and even at IKEA there are no drainage holes, and drainage holes are key. Drainage holes are vital for your plant to do well and thrive. So we're gonna be able to drill holes in inexpensive pots, and like I said, it is so easy. This is gonna be great. Okay, here we go. So there are only two tools that you need, which are number one, a drill. This one I got off of Amazon for around $25. So if you don't have one, you can just get one off Amazon. I'll link the one that I have below. Otherwise, you can just borrow one from someone that you know. And the next one you're gonna need is a diamond drill bit. So this one here, you can see I have in my drill, and I can link both of these for you. The pack that I bought with these drill bits came with 10 pieces, but you can see this is the size of the hole that's going to be in your pot. So this is my favorite one to use, and now we can get to drilling. This is a pot that I have that I want to drill a hole in. I got this from Big Lots for $10 about 2 years ago, and I've never used it. Well, I have, but I've been using it as a cash pot. But this is the kind of like the average size you'll find, a 6-inch pot, and whenever you put it in here, it doesn't fit. So it's not been the best pot to use to look really pretty, but I think it's a really pretty pot. So that's where this drilling comes in. First, we're gonna flip upside down. I like to do this outdoors in the grass specifically, because I feel like the grass kind of holds it in place and it kind of gives the pot a cushion. Otherwise, maybe on cement or brick, the pot will be sliding around and you could damage your pot. So the first step is pouring water on top. Kind of, I feel like what your first intuition or like intuitive move would be to be directly go down. But doing this, you can see that the drill just kind of spins around like that. And in order to avoid this and kind of get it as centered as possible, which is not the easiest, angle it and try to hold it in place. So now we have this indentation, which will hold the drill in place. So you can see the progress being made here. And I'm not pushing very hard. Check on it once again. And you can see that hole is coming in very nicely. It does take time and patience though. So we went through all of this. And there you go, we got a hole. We don't need to be using this anymore. It doesn't even fit. Perfect. This is another pot that I got from Goodwill, and I find it not really as helpful as a cash pot. So this is a normal 4-inch pot that you'll often find at the store, and I feel like it just wobbles around. I rather have this as a pot within itself with a drainage hole. So this is the next one we're going to be draining. Again, what we're going to do is pour water on the top and get our angle in. So you can see that actually drilled in there so quickly and easily. So now we're gonna add more water, and now we can go based off of that. And I feel like this one is gonna be a lot faster than the other one. Oh, That one was very fast. So there we go. It's not very centered, but that's okay. This is what we drilled through. You can see at the top the ceramic part is coming off. I don't find it to be a problem since it's on the inside and not on the outside. So there we go, another pot down. And these have been ceramic. So ceramic pots, this works on easily. No need to worry about cracking. We're gonna drill this pot from, I believe this is from Home Goods. Another example of a pot that doesn't really work with as a cash po, but it was a nice pot when I got it. But you know, not being able to use it quite how I wanted to has, you know, I've left it out here with all my other pots, so the weather has gotten to it. But after I drill a hole, it can be useful to me again. So let's get drilling on this one. And this whole time I've been using my $28 drill, but this time I'm gonna be using my dad's drill, which I don't know how much it is. I just know it's much better than mine. And we'll see how much quicker it is. And probably I'm gonna have to reduce the speed because this drill drills so slowly. Let me get a faster drill and see how much faster this actually is. So this is my dad's drill. It is a 19.2 volt drill. It's a lot faster than the one that I have that I got for literally under 30 bucks. But I'm gonna show you how to put the drill bit in. If you've never done that before, it can get very difficult. So this is gonna be kind of like your view. What you wanna do is just quickly rotate it, and this should, there are 3 prongs inside and they loosen and tighten depending on which way you turn. So that's how you take this out. Another way to do it, and again, this is for a fancy drill. My drill does not do this, is you can put your drill in reverse. So this is reverse, and you just hold it and only hold this section because this section is going to keep rotating. So you hold this, and as you can see, it has loosened. So those are the ways to use a drill. And when you tighten it, you want to make sure that, let's see if you could show you, like this is completely lopsided. So I'm going to loosen it and try again. It's a little difficult to do behind the camera here, but I'm going to angle it correctly. And tighten. There we go, now it's straight and ready to go. Also, again, if you don't know, there's usually a kind of lever here, and if you center it, the drill is locked. The drill is locked and it won't turn. If you place it this way, it drills, and if you place it on this side, it goes backwards, which is how you loosen it, like so. So now that we have it loosened, I can show you from this drill, because we need to get this drill bit out. This drill is so easy. You just rotate and it comes out so easily. So there we go. Same lever situation though. Forwards, locked, and reverse. But now we can put this in here, lock it up, and if you ever forget which way is the locking way, there's usually some writing that says this way is lock, this way is unlock, so that should make it easy for you. But let's get to drilling that pot from Home Goods. As you can see, it's already so much deeper. It's so much faster than my little measly drill, but my drill works, guys, so it's the only thing I'm using it for, so I don't mind. And as we're getting closer to the end, I'm gonna slow down my drill. Oop. There we go. Accidentally knocked it, but that did the job. As you can see, that's how much we drilled through, which is pretty much equivalent to the other time, but this was so much faster. So The drill price does matter, but if you're only using it for pots, then it doesn't really matter if you're drilling so slowly. All right, now I have this pot from Ross, tag still there, and this is a pretty hefty pot. I'm gonna want a bigger hole to drill, so we're gonna choose a different drill size. And I have my little box here. Oops, dropped my little box here. You can see this is the biggest size. That's actually a pretty good size hole. The rest are smaller. This, I believe, is the smallest, which I don't know. If you have a tiny pot, this one could work. But I think for this size pot, this is gonna work just fine. So again, to show you that we can do this with our measly little drills, I'm gonna get my little drill out. And remember the unlocking mechanism for putting our drill in and locking it back up. You make sure you want to tighten it so it's not flying everywhere. And there we go. It's slow, but it'll work. And I'm gonna try to center this also. We'll see if that works out for me, but I find it's a lot easier to control this drill than the other one because the other one is just so powerful. So you can see that this edge has broken through. So I'm gonna try and go nice and slowly. There we go. So this is how deep we went. That's a pretty big chunka. But I have a hole this big because I want the drainage to be good. But there we go. This is finally ready to use. So there we go. These are just some of the pots that I have drilled. As you can see, it is so easy, and if your pot does not fit a cash po, it does not work as a cash po, you can always drill a hole in your pot to make it work out. And even if you only have a crappy little drill that's very inexpensive relative to other drill prices, then you can have your own little pots.